guys, welcome to the Closet Recording Studio. Take a minute and watch this down here while I get ready.
God, as my life turns to a song, and if and when I treat you wrong, no, I never want to hurt our family, and I would give up everything. No, this is not just about me.
Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about the Avett Brothers song, Salvation Song. It's going to be a little bit different. We're going to use this recording that I did with my friends a few years ago as kind of the musical interludes in between instead of me playing the guitar as we go. But we'll still do a lot of the same stuff where we do some analysis and talk about what's going on. So talk about the lyrics, talk about the metaphors, talk about the language that the writer uses, and we'll just see where we end up. So it starts, and if you take my heart, this is a love song too, obviously. If you take my heart, don't leave the smallest part. I have no need to live if you're to come up and gone. So it's working with the idea of taking somebody's heart. I mean, obviously it's a metaphor, but if you take my heart, you don't have to leave the smallest part. Like usually you take a piece, right? You don't have to keep the small part for yourself and leave the big part for me, so I will survive or whatever, because you're being nice. He says, I've no need to live if you're to come up gone. So if you have the big piece of my heart and you go away, I don't need it anyway because I won't want to be around anymore either. So I love also, you should notice that the song starts with the word "and." That is interesting because it's like he's starting in the middle of a thought. They call that in medias res, in the middle of things. That's res. I promise it is. Res, in medias res, in the middle of things. It's like he's in the middle of a conversation with somebody. It doesn't start at the beginning of the song. Then as my life turns to a song, there's another metaphor. If and when I treat you wrong, no, I never want to hurt our family. So he's turning his life into a song. So that seems to be something that's the beginning of longer thoughts. Let's go a little further down and see if we see anything that goes with it. I would give up everything. No, this is not just about me. He's already talked about giving up the biggest piece of his heart. I don't know a plainer way to say it, babe, and they may pay us off in fame, though that is not why we came. And I know well and good that won't heal our hearts. So there's a lot of heart stuff going on here. And there's the heart in that first line there, and then it's here again, though he's working with it in two different ways, or they're working with it in a couple different ways. The first part is like, he's talking about like the pieces of your heart, like when you're in a relationship with somebody, like the phrase is like, this person is holding a piece of my heart, right? And this part, they may pay us off in fame, though that is not why we came, and I know well and good that won't heal our hearts. That is a more direct reference to the music, I think. I mean, that goes to the as my life turns to a song, right? That is where that connects. My life is turning into a song. My life is about music. And I might treat you wrong. And if and when I treat you wrong, I never want to hurt our family. Like, I'm pursuing this music thing, but it doesn't mean that. And like he's almost saying that I'm going to hurt you, like I'm going to be unfaithful or whatever, but it's going to make our lives difficult, right? And so I'm apologizing kind of in advance, and that connects down here now, and that should be a pencil. It connects back down here. Like, they may pay us off, like the wider world may pay us off in fame. That's not why we came, though. Like, we're not going to do music because we want to be famous, though that may happen. And I know well and good that it won't heal our hearts. Like, our hearts, I think, here are his and his bandmates. as opposed to the hearts at the beginning, which are the hearts of him and his beloved, or the speaker and his beloved. Um, and it's a good recognition. This song comes from their album Mignonette too, and it happened. This was their third album, I think. Don't hold me to that. That is one of the ones that kind of catapulted them further up the fame stratosphere, and the confession or the knowledge, even at that point, that that music or not music, but like fame won't heal their hearts. It won't fill an empty place inside them. Like if they have an empty spot in their heart from like the rest of their lives or whatever, then that's not going to the fame is not going to fill that. So this is a song that's kind of a manifesto too. The chorus, which is repeated, several times, functions as kind of a manifesto, like this is why we came. Because he says in this line here, that is, being famous is not why we came. So this is why we came, right? We came for salvation. We came for family. We came for all that's good, and that's how we'll walk away. We came to break the bad. We came to cheer the sad. We came to leave behind the world a better way. And I don't have to explain that a lot. Obviously, he has the repetition of the first phrase of it, too, not just repeating the chorus later in the poem song, but they call that parallel structure, where you repeat the beginnings of the lines the same kind of way. There's also a fancy AP term for that too, that I will pop up on the screen because I don't remember it right now, but there's a fancy term for that too. So think about that. I came for salvation. That's an interesting turnabout, because he says in the line right before that fame won't heal our hearts, but we came for salvation. Maybe that's usually with people from the South, which is the Avett brothers are. They're referring to Christian salvation. We came for. But you can also think of it as salvation from, like, other demons too, right? Not just the heaven and hell demons kind of ideas, but like alcohol or like, does it make sense? Like you're the other things that make your life not be what you want it to be. And that fits with it. We came for family. We came for all that's good, and that's how we'll walk away. That the implied here too is that if this music thing stops being healthy for us, or stops being good for our salvation and for our family, then we will walk away. We came to break the bad and cheer the sad. We came to leave behind the world a better way. Those are pretty straightforward ideas, but beautiful in their own way.
Now if I'm walking through the rain and I hear you call my name, I will break into a run without a pause. And if your love laughs at your dreams, well, it's not as bad as it seems. Either way, one of them has got to go. And if you take a soul, you can still leave it whole, with the pieces of your own leave behind.
Now if I'm walking through the rain and I hear you call my name, I will break into a run without a pause. That is, I mean, it's metaphorical and literal too, right? I mean, if you're walking through the rain, you hear somebody call you, you're going to speed up because you don't want to get wet. But also, walking through the rain as a metaphor works as, if I'm walking through like dark and depressing moments of my life, and I hear you call my name, I'll break into a run without a pause. Like, your voice brings joy to my heart, right? Which fits with the first couple verses too. But I love this is one of my favorite lines in any song ever. If your love laughs at your dreams, well, it's not half bad, or it's not as bad as it seems. Either way, one of them has got to go. So you have a choice, right? He's saying one of them has got to go. You have a choice between your love and your dreams, right? Because if your love is laughing at your dreams, then there's a decision you have to make between the two of them. The obviously the underlying thrust there is that your love shouldn't laugh at your dreams, and if they do, then that's a problem. So, in this, I mean, he uses the word soul in this line here, but interestingly, he writes about it in much the same way he talks about the heart in pieces, like he does at the beginning. That if you take of my soul, you can still leave it whole with the pieces of your own you leave behind. So it's not just you're taking part of my heart, but or part of my soul. I am taking part of yours too. So we're pulling them together into one or two. They're two different ones, but we both have pieces of the others with us, right? And then you have this last verse as well, and I would give up everything, and if you were to come up clean and see you shine so bright in a world of woe. That seems like it's part of the next couple lines. So let's keep on going and see if we can get into that. It's definitely got a metaphor here, seeing you shining so bright in a world of woe. You have a contrast between bright and light and things that are uplifting, I guess, in a world of woe, of sadness, of darkness. That's the walking through the rain part, right? And it's the same kind of idea. And they may pay us off in fame, but that's not why we came. And if it compromises truth, then we will go. That connects up here. It connects to the how we'll walk away too, right? If it compromises truth, then we'll go. It's a manifesto. It's a statement of intent, right? It is the idea that we want this musical thing. These are brothers speaking, right? We want this musical thing to be our lives, but our families are more important. Our faith is more important. Probably our morals, our ethics, our truth is more important. And if we have to give that up for fame, which we see a lot of the time in the musical sphere, right? Then we'll just say, peace, we're out, right? We're going to leave because we came for salvation, and we came for family, and we came for all that's good, not for the world of woe and fame and all of those things. We came to break the bad, and we came to cheer the sad, and we came to leave behind the world a better way. That's such a beautiful sentiment, and I thought it was kind of important, instead of playing it here on the guitar by myself, to see a version of it where I played it with friends too, like that we call chosen family, I guess. I mean, I have my own family here too, but they are part of my chosen family as well. So it's a beautiful sentiment. Many times when Avett Brothers close shows with this song, they call their sister or their dad or whoever, who are also both musicians, up to the stage to sing with them too. So it's literally their family all singing the song together. So it's one of the most family-oriented songs that I know. It's a beautiful song. It's something that's really close to my heart for lots of reasons. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy listening to us playing you out. And I'll see you next time. Take care.
We came for salvation. We came for family. We came for all that's good. That's how we'll walk away. We came to break the bad. We came to cheer the sad. We came to leave behind the world a better way.